Hello and a very warm welcome to each one of you. And today we are going to talk about the encouragement approach from this amazing book, The Courage to be Disliked. So let me quickly share the screens with each one of you and let's read it together. I hope the screen is visible to you. So today we are on this chapter known as the encouragement approach. Philosophers say on the separation of tasks, I brought up the subject of intervention. This is the act of intruding on other people's tasks. So, why does a person intervene? Here, too, in the background, vertical relationships are at play. It is precisely because one perceives interpersonal relations as vertical and one intervenes. Through interventions, one tries to lead the other party in a desired direction. Through intervention, one tries to lead the other party in the desired direction. One has convinced oneself that, of course, the interventions here is manipulation, pure and simple. Parents commanding a child to study in a typical example of this. They might be acting out of the best intentions from their point of view, but when it comes down to it, the parents are intruding and attempting to manipulate the child to go in their desired direction. Oh wow, this is a new perspective. तो हम लोगों को so we have been talking about this lately a lot कि हाँ बच्चों के लिए we have a lot of concern, we have a lot of love and we want them to lead a beautiful life. And अगर हम नहीं उनको समझाएंगे, हम नहीं बताएंगे कि क्या करना है, तो who will tell? And here the Adlerian psychology has put it all, कि हमने इस चीज में भी, because we think we are above them, we are superior to them, we have created a vertical interpersonal relations. कि मैं ठीक हूं तुम गलत हो, इसलिए मैं उसको इंटरवीन करके बता रही हूँ, राइट? एंड आई एम वांटिंग दैट समबडी, फॉर एग्जांपल माय चाइल्ड, टू वर्क द वे आई एम डिजायरिंग. Youth says, if one can build horizontal relationships, will that intervention disappear? Philosopher says, yes, it will. Youth, well, it's one thing if you are just talking to your child about studies. But when someone's suffering right there in front of you, you can't just leave them be, can you? Would you still say that lending a helping hand an intervention and then do nothing? Good question, isn't it? मेरे सामने बच्चा परेशान हो रहा है, मेरे सामने somebody else is, falling. मेरे सामने somebody is stuck in some situation wherein I know I can help that person. तो तभी भी अगर मैं उनकी हेल्प नहीं करता, isn't that not right? और अगर मैं उनकी हेल्प करता हूँ तो will you call it an intervention? फॉर एग्जाम्पल अभी तो हम बात कर रहे थे कि कम्युनिटी की जैसे रहना है, वी शुड नो, वी शुड बी काइंड टू ईच अदर, वी शुड बी थिंकिंग व्हाट कैन आई गिव टू यू. नाउ व्हाई आर यू सेइंग कि ऐसे है? लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट डज द फिलोसोफर सेज. Philosopher, must one must not let it go unnoticed. It is necessary to offer assistance that does not turn into intervention. Now, there is a difference between assistance and intervention. Intervention is जब आप पीछे पड़ जाते हो किसी के कि no, you do it the way I am telling you. And assistance is you can just suggest as to, this is what you can do. This is how things can be. Hello, Pranavi. Thank you for joining it. So the youth says, what is the difference between intervention and assistance? Philosopher says, think back to our discussion of the separation of tasks to the subject of child's schoolwork. As I stated then, this is a task that a child has to resolve himself, but something that parents or teachers can do for him. So intervention is this kind of intruding on other people's tasks and directing them to say, by saying them like, you have to study or get into that university. Whereas assistance, on the other hand, presupposes the separation of tasks and also horizontal relationships. Having understood that studying is the child's task, one consider that one can do what one can do for him. Concretely speaking, instead of commanding from above that the child must study, one acts on him in such a way that he can gain the confidence to take care of his own studies and face his tasks on his own. Now, I wonder, how would you do that? Do you have any, shares on how can we do we do not intervene, but we assist our kids. For me, I have been always that kind of a parent who would sit with a child. I have never asked my kids to study, to be honest. Even अभी भी उनके exams थे पीछे. I never told them कि हाँ बेटे पढ़ो पढ़ो पढ़ो. I'm one of those who lead by example, setting an example. And then I also talk to them about not कि इतना कोर्स क्यों रह गया, बट आई आस्क देम क्वेश्चंस लाइक हाउ मच इज लेफ्ट, हाउ इज योर व्हाट्स योर प्लान, हाउ आर यू गोइंग टू डू इट. आई आस्क देम क्वेश्चंस सो दैट दे स्टार्ट थिंकिंग ऑन दोस लाइंस एज वेल. आई डोंट टेल देम कि
Okay.
अरे 5 चैप्टर्स पढ़े हैं अभी तो 3 ही दिन रह गए हैं, हाउ विल यू कंप्लीट. नो, आई डोंट डू दैट. It is for him to understand how is that child going to do it. But for me, it is very important to, keep asking them off and on, maybe 3, 4, 5 days में एक बार कि अच्छा, what is your plan? How are you going to do it? I would like to know from you, as you are in the room, Pranavi, how do you do it?
Yeah, actually, now to my boy is in Manipal. He's doing his engineering first year. So yeah, just trying to go back to his school stages. No, I used to, my bedroom used to look like a classroom with lot of, those notice boards and markers and all that stuff. And I used to put it on the marker board, like if there are like 15 or 20 days left over for the exam, I used to segregate all the chapters and I used to put a box over there on
Hmm.
the notice board itself, the marker board. And whenever he finishes the chapter, he needs to go and put a tick mark over there. So,
Ah.
and that marker board used to be right in front of his eyes. It's a common place where we move here and there. And seeing those tick marks, he used to feel that he has accomplished a lot of things and he's supposed to do more and it is achievable too. So
Wow.
in that way, I just followed till grades fifth or sixth, I guess, Karishma.
Okay.
And later, I just left him. Later, he went to the boarding school, and he tried. In the sense, I gave such protocols to him when he was at a very young stage. And later, he just followed it out. And now, I don't even ask him, ki, what are you doing, and all that.
Hmm.
And regarding my daughter, I followed her till grade 10 because she needs that support. See, few children they don't need, depending upon the child's nature also. Few kids they need support to a certain extent.
Hmm.
So in this way, I used to tell them, yeah, when I till grade fifth and sixth, I directly or indirectly pressured them. But then later, I just left off, and now they are in their own germination process where they don't disturb me anymore. They do the same timetable like me. They just put the paper here and there, and they write the number of chapters, names of the chapters, and then they'll try to complete. In fact, you don't even ask them, Karishma, like, have you done it or not? They got that knack of planning the things ahead.
Wow.
So yeah, that's my experience.
Wonderful. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Uh, I still remember ever since I was a child, I used to make a timetable for myself. And
Mm-hmm.
after marriage, because there was nothing as such that I had to do, I was supposed to be doing, except from, taking care of the house and taking care of my in-laws and all of that. So I never thought that there is any need of having a schedule. But
True.
once I started, on this self-development journey, again, this started coming out, that, oh, I need to this. Yes, I used to write only when I would plan a party at my home. That 50 people are coming. This is I need to have. And this is how I'm going to go about it. Keep pellet drinks, then this, then this, then that.
True.
So my mom was, laughing the other day. अभी तक तो चिट्ठी लिखती रहती है. This is how I'm going to plan my day. This is all that I need to do. Yes, I do that अभी तक. And then I was showing
Mhm.
her my, this weekly scheduler, and she was like,
Lovely.
"Wow, I like it." And I was like, I had gifted this to. So this was gifted to me to by my daughter while she was traveling from Hyderabad to Delhi. So
Mm-hmm.
रास्ते में she saw Minisu and she got this for me. And I
Lovely.
asked her कि why did you get this for me? So she said कि आप इधर उधर papers में लिखो, उससे अच्छा you have the entire week in front of you. Now you know what to do or what
Oh,
not.
she's more intelligent than you.
No, but she does not use it for herself. That's the smartness at the way she is smart. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the good part is that kids know that जब भी कोई नहीं पूछने वाला होगा, they what they need to do. Although
True.
she is in 11th and I don't talk to Ni. I don't ask her about her studies much. But the one who is in ninth standard, yes, I do keep on asking ki, because she also wants every day evening, she wants to walk with me. She wants to talk her chit chat. And then she feels ki, अरे आप तो कुछ बोलते ही नहीं हो. आप तो कुछ बता ही नहीं रहे हो. And then I was like, अच्छा तेरा क्या चल रहा है? And then I was like, then I will casually, bring out this topic of क्या चल रहा है, पढ़ाई कितनी चल रही है, नहीं हो रही है, do you need any or whatever.
In a
I
casual way.
love the way
Nice.
it's and you know what? I had a tutor who used to come to coach my kids, and that lady had this system कि जितना वो आना है सिलेबस उसके हर चैप्टर के आगे there should be 5 stars. That means 5 rounds of
Revision.
repetition of
Oh, that's nice.
yeah. So my kids follow somewhere they follow that.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen my daughter, the youngest one, she writes the names of all the chapters very systematically, and she loves how वो red color का star हो गया, that means one revision done, then comes blue color का star हो गया, so 2 revisions have been done. So
Lovely.
she does that on her own. I have never, suggested that to her, but yes, I know that she has picked it up from there.
Oh, that's really nice.
So let's see, what does the philosopher suggest?
Yeah.
Youth says, and that action isn't forced. His studies के बारे में completely he was talking now. Completely speaking, instead of commanding from the above that the child must study, one act on him in such a way that he can gain the confidence to take care of his own studies and pace his task on his own. You says, and that action isn't forced. Philosopher, no, it's not. Without forcing and with the task always kept separate, one assists the child to resolve them by his own efforts. It's the approach of you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. He is the one who has to face his task, and he is the one who makes the resolutions as well. Youth. So you neither praise nor rebuke. Philosopher says, that's right. One neither praises nor rebukes. This kind of assistance, which is based on horizontal relationships, is referred in the Adlerian psychology as encouragement. Youth. Encouragement. Right? That's the term you mentioned some time ago. You said you would explain it at a later date. Philosopher. When one is not following through with one's task, it is not because one is without ability. Adlerian psychology tells us that the issue here is not one of the ability, but simply that one has lost the courage to face one's task. And if that is the case, the thing to do before anything else is to recover that lost courage. That's understandable. So the youth says,
Can you
but
just scroll the page, something like that?
oh yes, sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
So the youth says, but we are just going around in circles. That's basically the same as giving praise. When one is praised by another person, one becomes truly aware of one's ability and regains one's courage. Please do not be stubborn about this point. Just acknowledge the necessity of giving praise. Philosopher, no, I will not acknowledge that. Youth, why not? Philosopher, the reason is clear. Being praised is what leads people to form the belief that they have no ability. Youth, what did you say? Philosopher, shall I repeat myself? The more one is praised by another person, the more one forms the belief that one has no ability. Please do your best to remember this. Youth, do such foolish people even exist? It's got to be other way round. It is as a result of being praised that one becomes truly aware of one's ability. Isn't that obvious? Philosopher says you are wrong. Even if you do derive joy from being praised, it is the same as being dependent on vertical relationships and acknowledging that you have no ability. Because giving praise is a judgment that is passed by a person of the ability on a person without ability. Oh my God. So youth says, I just cannot agree with that. Philosopher, When receiving praise becomes one's goal, one is choosing a way of living that is in line with another person's systems of value. Looking at your life until now, aren't you tired of trying to live up to your parents' expectations? Youth. Well, I guess so. Philosopher. First, do the separation of tasks. Then, while accepting each other's differences, build equal horizontal relationships. Encouragement is the
Gone forward or something like that. Again, the page is finished.
it's just the last line, I think. Build equal horizontal relationships. Encouragement is the approach that comes next.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right. Wow. That was a short chapter. All right. Now, what would you say? Encouragement and praise में difference समझ में आया क्या कुछ?
Yeah, it depends upon the stages, Karishma. I mean, now if I praise my daughter, she can tell that I'm pulling her legs somewhere and I'm doing some kind of cheating. But if you praise a little child, he seriously doesn't know ki what is encouragement and what is praise. So I don't know. According to the philosopher context, maybe he's true, or maybe he's trying to let us know that subtle difference. I mean, at least now we can, if we know the difference between the encouragement and praise, it works at a different level, I guess.
Yes.
So yeah, mm, it all depends upon the situations. Also, Karishma, we can't say that only this particular encouragement concept works and the praise will not work, and vice versa. It depends upon the child's ability also. For example, my son, he when praised, he used to get overconfidence. In the same way, when I praised my daughter, it was not so. She used to get she used to feel happy and she used to cross more miles. So it all depends.
I think the difference here that he's trying to share with us is that जब हम बच्चों को praise करते हैं,
Mm-hmm.
there comes a point wherein the child starts seeking that praise. And to seek that praise, the child does everything that will please the parent.
Okay.
Wherein encouragement is something that you help the child sail through. ऐसे पीछे खड़े हो and you're just cheering for the child, and the child is doing, and they're achieving their own things themselves. They're doing things their own way. You're not telling them कि अगर ये challenge आ गया आपको कैसे उसको करना है. They are, you are the cheerleaders. That's it.
Yeah, I think that's where the philosopher has told that we can get the horse till the water, and further we are not supposed to do. They need to get connected by themselves and do.
Yes.
Okay.
This is very interesting. I would have loved, if Anshika would have been here, but she texted that she's in some meetings with the PTM. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but she since has a little child, I would have loved to understand what is her perspective on this as well. But
Yeah.
this is what I understood, that I somehow agree, because if I if I think about myself in the context of child, when
Mm-hmm.
I deliver some kind of a master class or something, and
Mm-hmm.
if I keep on, checking with my friends. So normally when I started off, I always had one or two friends who would attend my master class. And after the
Mm-hmm.
master class, I would sit to myself, कैसा था?
True.
And when they would say, अच्छा था, I would feel very good. So after some time, they also, since we all were sailing in the same boat, so there comes a time, right, कि जब वो भी busy हो जाएंगे, I am also busy.
Yes.
एंड गलती से चलो 10-15 मिनट के लिए कोई आ गया, आके चलो encouragement के लिए they stayed in the room कि हाँ चलो कैमरा बंद करके भी let me stay in the room,
Mm-hmm.
and then they just हिस्कोफाई when they see एक दो तीन चार लोगों ने और ज्वाइन कर लिया. And then
Mm-hmm.
इसके बाद when I went to them, I did not know how to ask them कैसा था, and I used to feel, because I started seeking their validation कि हाँ करिश्मा you did well.
Mm.
That is,
That kind of addiction shouldn't be there, actually.
yes. तो
Mm.
अभी जब हमारा बच्चे को हम बार बार कह देंगे, ओ वाओ वाओ, हर चीज में वाओ, वेरी गुड, यू आर सुपर ऑसम, हर चीज में ही करने लग जाएंगे। बच्चा तो हर बार ही कुछ करेगा और ऐसे देखेगा अभी सुपर ऑसम आ रहा है,
True. True.
राइट?
True.
That is what, so we should not be dependent on the praise. We should be confident that what we are doing is right. And to be honest, जिस point in time में आप जो भी कर रहे हो, you are doing to at the best of your ability,
Yeah.
the best of your knowledge, at the best of your
True.
wisdom. बेशक 10 साल बाद आप जाके ये भी बोल सकते हो, अरे मैं उस वाले सेशन में पता है ऐसे बोल रही थी, oh I should have spoken this way. But what are you doing?
True.
You're growing
Yeah.
like this only, right?
Yes. Yes.
That's yeah. Okay. All right. इतनी जल्दी से खत्म हो गया ये वाला चैप्टर तो. Do you want to read ahead?
Yeah. Wait a second, Karishma. I'm just trying to scroll the screen. Yeah. Just share the screen.
Yes, I'll do that. इसके आगे जो हम पढ़ने वाले हैं, that is about how to feel you have value. क्योंकि अगर हमको प्रेज नहीं मिलेगी तो how will we know कि हम वैल्यू, हम we are holding some value. That's interesting, right?
But I don't know, after I mean, after getting up, growing up to this stage, now I'll ask only my core friends, obviously not the normal friends, but I would ask them, positive things apart, what are the negative things you're seeing in a particular conversation? And that too, as you said, I can't ask each and every person about that, but I have few, 2 or 3 friends wherein I'll ask the original feedback.
Exactly. That's what I do as well.
Yeah.
Someone comes and tells me now, करिश्मा आज का बड़ा मजेदार था सेशन.
Mm-hmm.
ये बताओ what was wrong.
Yeah.
That
But
is my question always.
true. True.
क्योंकि I'm not looking out for validations. I'm not looking out for this thing कि हाँ बहुत अच्छा था बहुत अच्छा था. I'm looking out for, yeah, जो community आएगी, जो लोग आएंगे, I will obviously want them to give me good feedbacks.
True.
Because that is how we are going to grow in the outer world.
Yes, and I would tell that me getting those inner negativity from 40 to 50, it's better I accept from your mouth so that I can correct it and then go ahead for the further this thing.
Improvements.
True.
So now what I seek is कि भाई किसी ने आना है मेरे सेशन में आके मेरी गलती बतानी है तो आ जाना, नहीं तो ठीक है. I'm okay with, I know I'm doing good.
Yes, yes.
And I'm blessed to have such friends that
Yeah.
I also go to their rooms just to find कि वो कौन
Mhm.
सी एक point है जहाँ पे you lagged. And
True.
they also come to my वो only as a this thing
Mhm.
कहाँ Karishma slipped, which we have to pick.
True.
That
True.
helps in both the people's growth. पहले
Yes.
तो उसको wisdom होनी चाहिए to understand कि यहाँ पे slip हुई
Yes.
है ना.
Yes. The
And
thing is, both the parties should be open-minded enough to receive the.
you cannot do it with everybody.
No, it can't be possible, Karishma. And even I can't receive the people who gives, if other than my core friends, if other people give me that feedback, I can't accept as well, because I never gave that freedom to peep into that deeper levels. That's my trait, or I don't know exactly. But then if I ask them personally, I'm ready to take. At the
Yeah,
same
same.
time, even I don't hurt them about whatever freedom they have given me. So it's something like that.
I have had an experience of somebody who came in this room,
Mm-hmm.
gave me a feedback.
Mm-hmm.
I took it very positively. I thanked that person. I said, "Thank you so much for sharing that."
Yes. Yes.
That's it.
True.
And I actually worked on it as well. I asked myself whether it is true, and if it is,
Mm.
let me improve on it.
True.
Because there
True.
are times, there will be times when people will just come and tell you something just to put you down, just to
Yes.
demoralize you. But you
Yes.
know what you're doing, and you know कि जो सामने वाला बोल रहा है वो कितने परसेंट ट्रू है. And if it is
Yes.
true, what's the harm? You should be actually thankful कि thank you. कोई और तो आके नहीं बता रहा था, तुमने बता दिया. I'll improve on this now.
Yes, exactly. Even that kind of things does happen with me. But then I told Karishma, only with the core group I discuss all this. The original feedback and how it works and all that.
Have
Yeah.
an open heart, because as we grow, there will be so many people who would be talking, maybe some good,
Yes.
maybe.
Yes.
But it is for us to, check on ourselves as to how correct is
To
that.
handle that. True.
Like, first of all, how to handle that, but second of all, whether whatever they are saying is actually true or not. And if it is
Yes.
true,
Go
simply,
ahead and correct it.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Chalo, let's go on the next chapter and let's read that as well. Is the screen visible?
I think it is still taking time. Yeah, now I got it. How to
How
feel.
you
Yeah.
have you. So concretely speaking, how does one go about this? One cannot praise and one cannot rebuke. What other words and choices are there? Philosopher. Think about a time when you have had help in your work, not from a child, but from a partner who is your equal. And you will probably see the answer right away. When a friend helps you clean your home, what do you say to him? Youth says, I say thank you. Philosopher, right. You convey words of gratitude, saying thank you to this partner who has helped you with the work. You might express straightforward delight. I'm glad. Or you could convey your thanks by saying, that was a big help. This is an approach of encouragement that is based on horizontal relationships. Youth, that's all.
Karishma, can you just let me know what is this? Because I'm not totally into the book. No, like in short, can you explain what is this horizontal and
All
vertical?
right. So, in the last, I think last to last chapter, because last chapter to abhi padha hai. In the last chapter, the philosopher and the youth were discussing कि हम जब किसी को appreciate करते हैं तो what is that? जब हम appreciate नहीं, in fact, praise करते हैं. So, the philosopher has shared that you praise somebody when you feel that somebody is lower than you. किसी ने आपका वो नहीं किया है कि आपके अंदर कोई कमी थी जो उस इंसान के अंदर कमी नहीं है, उसने वो कर लिया इसलिए आप उसको प्रेस कर रहे हो.
Okay.
Just a moment. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Shall I read or would you go ahead? Okay. You came back, right? Okay.
हाँ, तो वी वर टॉकिंग अबाउट हॉरिजॉन्टल एंड वर्टिकल. तो
Yeah.
जब हमको ऊपर और नीचे कोई दिखता है तो दैट इज हॉरिजॉन्टल एंड वर्टिकल इज व्हेन यू सी एवरीबॉडी एज इक्वल.
Okay. Vertical is equal and horizontal is like, yeah, got it. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an approach to encouragement that is based on horizontal relationships. Okay.
So youth says that's all. Philosopher. Yes, the most important thing is not to judge other people. Judgment is a word that comes out of vertical relationships. If one is building horizontal relationship, there will be words of more straightforward gratitude and respect and joy. Youth says, your point that judgment is created by vertical relationships certainly seems to be true. But what about this? Could the words thank you actually have such a great power as to be able to bring back courage? After all, I think I would prefer to be praised, even if the words I hear are ones that come from vertical relationships. I also, another question that arises here for me is कि जब कोई कुछ गलत कर रहा होता है, I don't want to judge that person, but how do I correct that person in that case?
Um, to be honest, no, Karishma. Again, it all depends upon the intimacy with the person.
Hmm.
If she is broad enough to take our feedback, it's absolutely great. If we seriously don't have that intimacy or that person's personality is not ready to accept the feedback or whatever, I would sincerely pray to the universe that she would get help from one or the other resources. That's the strategy I follow. How about you?
I don't know. That's what is in my mind because other judgment. I'm not judging somebody, but still I see somebody is doing something wrong. For example, if somebody is going to touch आग में हाथ डाल रहा है, I know that is wrong. And how do I stop that person? If somebody is not studying, to be honest, I have stopped myself consciously so that I do not. It's not my task to tell my kids to study. But when I see that they are not studying, I am actually worried कि यार पढ़ेंगे नहीं तो marks तो नहीं अच्छे आने. And marks किसके लिए चाहिए? Because they have to have a better future for themselves. It's not me. मुझे कुछ नहीं फर्क पड़ता. I to tell everybody my kids are mediocre. They are not very, 90% kids.
Mm, it is like, in that sense, we have to convey them in a very subtle way, Karishma. I guess. I mean, that's what I do with my kids. I say that it's absolutely okay if you don't study. Even now, my daughter is having her into second year exams now. I would say, please throw that book aside and have some time with your own self, or just go for a walk. And sitting in the room is really so bugging at times. And she would say, okay, mom, she'll say again, she will be back to her room, and which I seriously don't like, always sitting for longer hours. Before that, she used to not be like that. But then, time and again, I used to subtly go to her, bed or room, and then I used to tell that it's better you study, and these are the pros and these are the cons. I'm okay with anything, and I never force you for anything, but this would be the result of your life. That's it, Karishma. And I used to leave them, and immediately I used to never get the response. I used to think that I just threw a seed on her in her brain, and
Yes.
for sure that environment will help them to germinate.
So today only I remember when I was, cooking in the kitchen, my youngest one came to me and she was like, क्या बोलते हो? मैं bookworm बन जाऊँ क्या? I'm like, why? Why do you want to be a bookworm? If you will say, I will become. Like, I don't want to say. I don't want to be a decision taker of your life. You do what you like, but this is what is good. This is what is not good. This is even good or bad. की भी बात अलग है. These are the consequences if you study. These are the consequences if you do not study. Choice is always yours. I would rather want my child to be a smart study buddy, right? I don't
Yeah.
want कि मेरा बच्चा सारा दिन. So I just gave her an example कि I don't want you to be, having your book in your hand for 17 hours, 20 hours, 10 घंटे तुम book लेके खड़ी हो, पढ़ रही हो to show me, and in your head you are thinking I want to read that novel.
True.
I would rather want you to study, study for 2 hours, but study एकदम with full focus, and then read your novel.
True.
And then she's like, okay, so you don't want me to be what exact word she said? Padhaku bacha. I'm like, I don't know. That is for you to decide. I don't decide that for you. This is like, then I told her, then you will say, I'm pressurizing you. And it's like, no, when it comes from you, it is not a pressure. It's a motivation. But when it comes from Papa, then it becomes a big pressure. I'm like, okay.
Oh. Yeah, that happens with my elder one as well. And when you were just saying this, no, Karishma, when my daughter was in fourth or fifth, I guess, she didn't tell me that you wanted to become a bookworm or something, but that equivalent to that, she used to tell me that, will you allow me to breathe? Just move away from here because I'm feeling suffocated when I see you. These were the dialogues which she used to tell. But now, though, it's gone. The habit is installed, so it's up to her to take it or not. So that's what I say. No, there is no. I mean, it all depends upon the students we handle, Karishma. Because at my place, no, both are extreme personalities. So for one kid, I am not supposed to say anything. I shouldn't even tell him to go study. Open your books. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like that word at all.
My middle child, she says, The moment you tell me कि पढ़ ले यार अब थोड़ा सा, I feel oh God, मैंने तो सोचा ही था पढ़ लेती हूँ, but आपने बोल दिया अब मैं नहीं पढ़ रही हूँ. I'm like, oh.
That is what it all depends upon the child's this thing, Karishma. And my elder one, though he doesn't allow, he can't take his dad's words. I thought I will sandwich it. I'll give him a compliment, then subtly I'll throw whatever I needed it. Obviously, gents don't have that patience to, reframe the sentence or something like that.
Yes.
So even today, my husband got a message that he has spent 900 and 900 at a go. We are afraid that he's not at our place, and like engineering and all, people will be very fast enough. He wants to know the reason why he has spent that money, and he's ready to ask directly. I said, no, you wait, don't hit his ego in any of the things. He will think that dad is not trusting me. Then I told, I have got two bank alerts telling that 900 and 900 is being taken away. By any chance, did you lose your card? Or is your card with your friends, or was anyone in need of it? Can you please clarify that? I told. Then he told immediately that I was supposed to buy badminton shuttles. Later, I cancelled it because my friend said no. Then the amount got refunded. So subtly, we have to tell that I trust you so beautifully, my lovely child, but then I have got an alert. So I need to be alert. So the same thing, gents wouldn't have that patience, no, Karishma. He will directly tell, where did you spend? May I know the reason why? He doesn't like. Questioning he doesn't like. So it all depends.
Nice. All right, let's go ahead.
Yeah.
Youth says, so even if you are judged as good by another person, you don't feel that you have made a contribution. Philosopher, that's right. This is a point that will connect to our subsequent discussion as well. In Adlerian psychology, a great deal of emphasis is given to contribution. Youth, why is that? Philosopher, well, what does a person have to do to get courage? In Adler's view, it is only when a person is able to feel that he has worth that he can possess courage. Here I want to add that whenever we do some kind of a charity, whenever we do any kind of contribution, whenever we are kind to anybody to do something for them, the fact is that we can do it only when we have something to give. That in itself makes us so much worthier.
Yes. Indirectly, he's telling that one should have that clarity of thinking. So once with you are aligned with your own self, you will know that how much courage you possess to do a particular task or something like that.
So the
When
youth
yeah.
So the youth says, when a person is able to feel that he has worth, philosopher, do you recall when we were discussing the feeling of inferiority that I spoke of this as being an issue of subjective worth? Is one able to feel one has worth, and does one feel one is a worthless being? If one is able to feel one has worth, then one can accept oneself as one is and have the courage to face one's life task. So the issue that arises at this point is how on earth can one become able to feel to feel one has worth. So the philosopher says, let me check, where is it in the book? I'll read it from here also. Philosopher says it's quite simple. It is when one is able to feel I am beneficial to the community that one can have a true sense of one's worth. This is the answer that would be offered in Adlerian psychology. अरे fill in the blanks डाल देता है ताकि I have to, just imagine. But yes, that's also a good way. But yeah, that's exactly what I just said a few minutes back कि जब हम कुछ दे ही तभी सकते हैं जब हमारे पास कुछ होगा.
Exactly.
So the youth says that I am beneficial to the community. Philosopher, The one that one can act on the community, that is to say, on other people, and that one can feel I am of use to someone. Instead of feeling judged by another person as good, being able to feel by the way of one's own subjective viewpoint that I can make contribution to other people. It is at the point that at last we can have a true sense of our own worth. Everything we have been discussing about community feeling and encouragement connects here. So there would be times when you would feel कि यार मेरे को ना अपनी मम्मी को कुछ gift करना. And if you are not earning, you feel so worthless.
True.
And the moment you start earning some money, and you're like, I am not answerable to anybody. It's my money. However, whatever amount I give her, or I give some gold, or whatever I wish to give her, we feel so worthy. All of a sudden, a sense of accomplishment comes.
Exactly.
And that's only because we have something that we can give. And actually, that is a very humbling as well. I remember uh, there was some story around this कि गुरुद्वारे में कोई एक आदमी था. He was very rich and he was doing सेवा of लंगर बांटने की सेवा कर रहे थे वो. And this
Mhm.
person never looks at anybody. He keeps his ये head down and सिर झुका के बस सेवा करते रहते थे, सबको देते रहते थे. He would not even see who is the person whom he is serving. He would just
Mhm.
straight and keep serving, keep serving, keep serving. And one day,
Mhm.
a very person who had initiated him or something, he held him at his shoulders and he said कि ऊपर देखो. And जैसे वो ऊपर देखते, तो he was like, wow, I'm doing I'm having darshan of my guru. And so the guru asked him, why do you don't see anybody? I have been coming here since last 5 days and I'm having langar and you are pouring it to me as well. But if you don't see me, how are you going to know that I am there for you? This Sevadar, he says that I feel so humbled. I feel that it is not mine at all. It is all given by you, and I do not have I don't feel like even straightening my neck to see whom am I serving, because that will bring ego in me. Oh, मैं दे.
Yeah. Very nice.
And that
Mm.
is so humbling. Matlab, and we also give, blankets in the winter season, and, we do the Langar Seva and all as well. And I feel that it is so difficult if you actually believe in the core of it कि हाँ देने वाला तो वही है. And actually, when there are some people who do some donations, and there are announcements happening. They get their name engraved in the stones. This is done by this person, so and so person. What is it? Is it making you humble? Is it actually making you worthy, or it is making you proud, or your ego is working there? I think this is something that one should actually think upon and see for ourselves as to, do we need acknowledgement from other people, or we need acknowledgement from our own self?
True.
So the youth says, I don't know. It's starting to get a bit confusing. Philosopher, we are getting to the heart of the discussion now. Please stick with me a while longer. It is about having concerns for other, building horizontal relationships, and taking the approach of encouragement. All these things connect to the deep life awareness of I am of use to someone, and in turn to your courage to live. Uh, when um, when a homemaker cooks chapati, and she knows that all the people in the house feel, well, she herself feels that she's indispensable. She feels
Okay.
worthy. She feels worthy. And if there is a homemaker who does not know how to cook chapati, she's a homemaker, she's not earning, she cannot contribute in any way, how do you think she would feel? Or else, so there is this lady who cooks every day, who knows how to cook. She does very well cooking, and everybody is dependable, is seeking that help from her only. And all of a sudden, she gets something, she gets unwell and she gets bedridden. and everybody stops asking her about food and all. And they're just, asking somebody else to cook for them. How will this poor lady feel? Whenever we contribute to society, whenever we give something out, we feel worthy.
Exactly.
Youth says to be to be of use to someone. That is what my life is worth living for. Philosopher. Let's take a little break. Would you like some coffee? Youth says yes, please. The discussion of community feeling had become more confusing than ever. One must not praise, and one must not rebuke either. All words that are used to judge other people are words that come out of vertical relationship, and one need to build horizontal relationships. And it is only when one is able to feel that one is of use to someone that one can have. Wait, and it is only when one is able to feel that one is of use to someone that one can have a true awareness of one's self-worth. That's a major flaw in this logic somewhere. The man felt it instinctively. As he sipped the hot coffee, thoughts of his grandfather crossed his mind. And that is the end of the another chapter. And about um we'll as we discuss this, tomorrow we will be stepping into exist in the present.
Exist in the present. Okay.
So that is going to bring a lot of clarity. But for now, let's discuss what is your takeaway from here.
Um, I don't know. Getting into the other's perception now, I'm learning that I'm not supposed to um, praise nor rebuke a person. I mean, I should adjust my frequency in such a way that it shouldn't go to any of the extremes. Rather, just encourage them to do a particular task. I don't know where I'll apply this particular takeaway, but then this is what I have learned.
I felt that there is a lot of clarity in the vocabulary as well for me.
Mm-hmm.
For us, praise is equal to encouragement. I'm encouraging my child now by praising the child.
Yeah.
Now I have a different perspective and different meaning to these two words. Encouragement is different, and the praise is something different as well.
Yes.
That is something that is very bulbous, and then the vertical and the horizontal relationship that we have to create between amongst ourselves is also something that I'll be more mindful of, that judge nahi karna hai. I have to see what can I contribute to any of the relationships, and that's it. That's my task, and whatever somebody else do. So when we expect somebody to give back to us, that is also not right,
Yes.
because that is their task.
True.
I have to
True.
take care of my task and have to lead my own life. बाकी जो करते हैं,
Yeah.
it's up to them.
Yeah, that's the even I have got that takeaway, Karishma. It's regarding like if you give something to the society, you feel worth it. That is though I experience it on a daily basis. Like I take yoga classes from 6 to 7:15 in my community, but then I'm globally certified. But I don't charge them. The only reason is I feel that universe works on me at a different level. And second thing is forget about what they are getting. What I'm getting is I have it's this is my fourth year of training for the yoga people, Karishma. Now uh, I mean I got used to the habit of waking up early in the morning. Now it's like I'm in the autopilot mode. Before that it was very tough for me to transcend into that path. Now it is not the same, and now my mind is not telling any reasons. It's just getting up and just directly going to the class. So now I've got the habit of getting up in the morning and then doing in the open air and all is really like you're connecting to the nature and all that stuff. So, and I feel so worth once I finish the session, because I feel that I've given fitness to them, and indirectly or directly their subconscious would bless me, and that works at a universal level. So these are all things I can't explain to the people around. They say that what do you get teaching them, but then I get more of which I can't discuss anything to them. So it's like that, and as you said, in return it's their task to, to repay or whatever. I don't even expect anything, but then even they would be in that end where they would always show that gratitude to me, and they have their own means of love to express to me. And I feel that we being social animals, I really get that warmth from the people around me. And obviously positive souls only would come to attend the session. So that's again different this thing. So yeah, when you work for something, when you contribute to the society, you really feel worth of it. That's another takeaway. Yeah.
Wow, wonderful. All right. Thank you, Pranavi, for joining in. And had you not been here, I would have stopped on the first chapter only and I would have discussed it all by myself. So I'm grateful that you showed up and
And I
contributed.
need to be thankful to you as well, Karishma, because I'm actually in other book reading groups as well. But I thought one book reading should be happening just before the bedtime, because what I heard was these subtle thoughts will give lot of work to the brain when I sleep at a subconscious level. So actually, what all we have discussed, it works at a different level. There will be different shifts in the mind, and these all will get synced for about longer hours without any distractions as such.
कोई
So I
intervention
used,
होने वाली है.
yes.
There won't be any intervention. You will be so smoothly, your subconscious will be working on it.
Yes, yes, and I struggle to do all that all these days, because immediately I need to get up early in the morning. By 4:35 I need to get up. So now though these all things, due to your willpower, due to your positivity, I'm able to share this knowledge right before the bedtime. So I need to be very grateful to you. I feel that you're a lovely angel to me.
Thank you. That
So
means a lot. That means
yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
Pranavi, on that note, I would also like to know that how do you what is the process of other book reading clubs that you are a part of?
Yeah, morning though, at actually my class I would end up by 7:30, and by 7:45 I would go for the walk, and then